So today is something different. I'm going to add on to the series, and depending on how you guys like it, maybe I'll continue to create more of these sort of DLC universe packs. And the characters that you could probably already tell that I'm going to talk about for this, the beginning of my first pack, you already guys will be able to see when you guys check this video out on the screen that you'll be able to see the three characters. But before I get into it, this is going to be something different just to add on to the series outside of just the character requests. It's so much fun creating those characters for you guys and different ideas. It's so many characters to still work on. So in the mix, I can probably create different universe packs of my own. And I'm going to get into it in just a few seconds. But before I do, I just want to say happy 4th of July to everybody out there. And I hope you guys have fun. I'm going to be relaxing, having some fun as well. And for those who celebrate, you guys are gonna have fireworks and go on vacation, go out, have fun, and hang out, whatever you choose to do for fun. I hope you guys have fun, stay safe, and enjoy the holiday. Eat up some delicious food, all that. But that's all I was saying. But I love watching the Twilight Zone. Just it has nothing to do with the game. I love watching the Twilight Zone marathons that they do. I got the little DVD collection. I'm gonna be watching some of that just for some fun too. I just love watching those classics and so much more that I'm gonna be able to have fun all this weekend. But for the holiday as well. But I hope you guys have fun, and even if you don't celebrate it, I hope you still have fun anyway, and still have a good rest of y'all weekend for the holiday. But this is something different that I came up with, and since the developers came up and started a universe pack, it gave me an idea. Why not come up with my own universe pack and with a different set of characters that could come out together and they can be from the same world? And I'm not sure how I want to really. It's not gonna really be three characters all the time. Maybe I'm gonna expand it. Maybe it'll be four characters. Maybe it'll be three characters again, time and time again, and then sometimes it'll be a set of two characters together that can come out as a duo and be introduced from the same universe. So let's see, for example, because some of the characters that I don't know too much about from this show, for example, from the Loud House, everybody has different preferences and what they choose to watch, and they grew up in different times. You guys didn't all know about some of these characters. These characters need to be labeled, I think, because some people don't know who these characters are, and you won't know until you click on the character when it gets announced by the announcer. But characters from the Loud House could come out. They can do a Loud House pack. See, it's just so many unique ideas with this. So this gave me the idea of coming out with my own universe packs. This is just the first one, and if you guys like it, maybe I'll create some other ones for different ones. So it'll be a villains pack, villains exclusive pack from, let's see, I can do a SpongeBob one, for example, with all SpongeBob villains out together. But I don't want to spoil anything else. I want, spoil any other characters I can bring out together from the, some of the iconic SpongeBob villains like Man Ray, the Dirty Bubble, and so on and so forth. Doodle Bob, etc. I can do some of those for an individual universe pack, for a different pack for villains, for SpongeBob's universe. And then with this one in particular that I'm going to start with, I have three different characters from three different worlds that are going to be showcased today, and just to talk a little bit about them. So it's going to be so much fun to put these videos together and these characters and how they can be able to get into the game if they have a good chance to be able to get in. And just the very first character I'm about to get ready to talk about, Timmy Turner, he is so difficult. Apparently, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe some people can elaborate in the comments. I don't know the status of Timmy Turner. Are they going to be able to get him in this game? Because I think once he comes out, just like similar to Jenny Wakeman, I thought she wasn't going to come out till later on. But we got her sooner rather than later. So that really caught me off guard, and it was a nice surprise. We didn't just get her. We got Hugh Neutron on the way, hopefully in the coming days. Hopefully, we'll see. And then we got Rocco coming out later this fall. Those are the three first characters, the first ever Universal pack or DLC pack that's gotten introduced for these characters and for this game. So we get to see who's coming out and who's gonna be next, and what's the time frame of when we can expect that character to be released for the seasonal release. So I hope they do more. I'm not sure if this is going to be the only universe pack they'll do, and then maybe they'll go back to doing individual announcements for the DLC. But I hope they continue to do these universe packs because it lets us know what's coming next and what to expect. But Timmy Turner, for my first character for this universe pack, I would like to see him the most out of most other characters, out of all Nickelodeon characters. I would like to see him in this game. I think he belongs in this game. And before I say some more things, I've seen him in these other older Nickelodeon games from the PS2 era. Still love those games. I haven't even played those games before. Attack of the Toy Bots, and then I think it was Battle for Volcano Island, something like that. And then there's some other Nickelodeon games where it was Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, Timmy Turner, and SpongeBob together as protagonists, and they had some other characters in the game itself, like Tack and many more. But I haven't watched enough of those games to know every single character that's in it and that's featured in it. But what's stopping them from, if he's in those games, what's stopping them from getting him into Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl? But times are different now. Got to get those rights and be able to get the actual permission, legal permission, to be able to get that character in. So I don't know. He's probably going to be a stretch. He's probably not going to be out anytime soon. He's not even probably going to come out till maybe sometime next year or later on in the near future if they decide to add more characters, if they get him. But just a little idea, and just like I already talked about in a video about him for my character ideas and his moveset, Timmy Turner does not need to come out by himself. He's going to come out, he deserves to be released with Cosmo Wanda watching his back. So I just don't see Timmy Turner being able to fight without Cosmo Wanda, and it wouldn't make sense to have him come out as an individual, in my opinion. Could be different for some of you guys out there, but Timmy Turner needs to come out with Cosmo and Wanda because they're his fairy godparents, and they're going to be able to grant his every wish in the fight. And the player can be able to switch between Cosmo and Wanda as the active fairy to grant certain wishes, different buffs to make them stronger, to be able to deal different attacks and deal some serious damage, and be able to take hits to become a little bit of a tank, similar to how Shredder, he has that little buff to his attacks for a limited amount of time. The fairies in Cosmo and Wanda is going to be able to help Timmy Turner out. So I hope he comes out with them. They all come out together and not individually. Cosmo and Wanda should not be a duo character. They should be with Timmy. They belong with him. And it'll make the most sense for the developers to bring him out with the two fairy godparents to watch over his back and be able to have the player study the fairies to see what Cosmo is going to be capable of when he's out on the field and he's playable and he's active on the field, and Wanda, what she going to be able to be capable of, and what to watch out for when she's on the battlefield. See what I'm saying? So it'll be awesome to see him in this game, and just the way they designed Ginny, I loved how she turned out. Garfield and Shredder, just the character models and just the designs. I'm playing this on PS5. It looks really good. And it looks even more colorful, and just Ginny's design I think is my favorite in the game because it looks just really high quality. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody else doesn't, but just the way they came out with such an iconic character, I'm sure Timmy and all the other characters that they can get for this game can look just as good. But that's just a little bit for Timmy Turner and Cosmo Wanda, and for my first character. And hopefully get the fairy world or maybe Dimsdale or something like that to come out for a nice potential stage, or the Dimsdale Dimmadome. So that'll be fun. But my next character, for my second character for my first universe pack, is Zuko. And I selected him because he could be a potential villain. This game lacks villains, because in the beginning he originally started off as a villain. I don't know if you guys out there would consider him a villain now, because he became friends with Aang and he was helping him out in the fights instead of just chasing down her. He was originally chasing Aang down as the Avatar. Where's the Avatar? We're trying to hunt down the Avatar. And the thing is, I think it's a crime to not have a Fire Nation rep in this game. You got the Airbender, or he knew all the different bendings because he's the Avatar, of course. But you got him to represent the Airbender. He's the last Airbender. You got Toph, the Airbender, and she's just another avatar, but she has different moves that's different from Aang. But you don't have a Fire Nation rep. They can get somebody from the Water Tribe as well if they want Sokka or Katara. Katara. I was gonna say Katana. Thing about Mortal Kombat. Whoops, wrong game. So Zuko would be a perfect fit for this game, and also to go on side to add on to the villains, because you got Zim and you got Shredder. You don't have any other villains in this game. Everybody else that you see on this roster on the screen, they're all protagonist characters. So Zuko would be a nice addition to this game, and I think he deserves to be in this game anyway, as a Fire Nation rep, and also both that can rep the he can represent both roles as a protagonist and an antagonist, being someone from the Fire Nation, because the Fire Nation is always raiding uh, the villages and attacking people. Why not have a Fire Nation rep like Zuko be in the game? They could get a Azula, but I'd rather have Zuko. I think you guys will enjoy him. So I put him in for my second character for the universe pack. So hopefully he'll be able to get in at some point, if possible, and just for something different. So the different characters I put in for my last third character, I went upon the world. I dug into the world of Nick Jr. Now, some people are saying, well, Nick Jr. is so different from Nickelodeon. It's not possible that they can fight into this game. Yes, they can. I think they can, and they have the ability to be able to shine and be unique, dangerous characters. And Dora the Explorer, I think is going to be one of them. If she can get in, and if you don't have to, they don't have to go into the world of the NCU. They can go into the world of Nick Jr. It's still part of Nickelodeon, so they can get a Nick Jr. character. Some Nick Jr. characters can be represented in this game, and I think Dora the Explorer could be somebody that could be unique in this game. She doesn't even have to come out with Boots. Boots can be a potential duo, and I already talked about her before, about what 2 weeks ago or something like that, how she can play. She has so many abilities. I think she's going to be one of the most dangerous characters in the game. She has so much potential to be able to wreak havoc on the roster. And with that backpack that she's carrying around, who's there to say? There's no telling what she can bring out of the backpack to be able to cause so much chaos and be a force to be reckoned with. So Dora the Explorer would be a nice character, and I picked her as well, just somewhat different. So a nice start for the universe pack for 3 different characters. You got a iconic protagonist, and then another iconic villain, but another character from another popular show that people want to see, and me personally thinks that belongs in this game for a roster to get a Fire Nation rep in here. And then a Nick Jr. character like Dora the Explorer can have all these different unique combat abilities and be able to maybe call upon her friends, Benny the Bull, Tico, Boots, that can be as his character. I think it was Liz or Eliza or something like that. I forgot. It was the reptile, the green reptile. I forgot her name. And then from my other Musa idea, when I mentioned Bugga Bug can be out as well, to be able to assist Dora, and maybe she can call upon her cousin Diego. Go, Diego, Diego, go, to help out in the fight. And then the map is going to be able to be utilized as something to increase her accuracy when to lock onto you, to throw projectiles from her backpack, and so much more. Sticky tape, all the different items that she has from the show that could be utilized to reference the show to make her even stronger and even more deadlier. She can definitely be able to fight in this game. Even though it's a Nick Jr. character, just saying it again, there is still potential for them to be able to be different and have these different characters shine. Dora the Explorer, I think, would be one of the best characters and one of the most fun characters. I would definitely pick up and probably main as well to have fun and just be able to experience. But this is just the beginning of the universe pack. And I don't know what you guys think of these characters, or maybe Nick Jr. characters even trying to make it into this game or even try to get in, but they can always expand. So you're constantly going into the world of Nickelodeon, but there's only so many characters. You can still have a different roster and a unique roster to be able to shine for Nick Jr. characters to be fun. And you see the screen of rosters, it's gonna expand. They can make this window so much bigger. You got all these spaces on the left. That's the SpongeBob, Leonardo, and Reptar. And then on the right side, just above Lucy Loud and Cat Dog and just this random icon, it's gonna be extended. They can expand. They can have hundreds of characters in this game from the Nickelodeon universe, from old shows all the way to the modern day shows that are new, like the Loud House. They have so many characters. They can add on to the protagonists, more protagonists from SpongeBob, like Squidward, Mr. Krabs, and villains like the Flying Dutchman, Man Ray, the Dirty Bubble, and Doodle Bob and stuff like that. And they can go as far as Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. That can be out as a duo. Just you see the potential. They have so much that they can take from that one particular show. They have several characters that they can add into the roster, and it'll be awesome to see these characters get represented if they can. And it's always different things, that different characters that they can call upon. You still got two Ninja Turtles. You can come out with the rest of the turtles and then get another character like Casey Jones. You can come out. See, that's another universe pack. TMNT universe pack for Ninja Turtles. Donatello and Raphael, and then you can add on to Casey. You can add Casey Jones, or you can get Karai, Leonardo's best friend, behind the scenes. So you still got two missing turtles, and that can be a universe pack. See how the developers can really expand? That's what's going to make this fun for creating these different universe packs for this game. So this is just the beginning, and depending on how you guys like it, maybe I'll create some more DLC universe packs from different worlds, and maybe I can touch upon the different worlds, take characters from the same world, and you guys can put your own universe packs and wish lists in the comments if you want to. And let me know what you guys think about Timmy Turner with Cosmo Wanda, Zuko, or Prince Zuko from the Fire Nation, and Dora the Explorer, and maybe just Nick Jr. characters in general getting into the game. But I really think they have so much potential with these characters to add on to the roster, and it's even more unique and lots more fun hearing these characters talk with the unique voice lines. And they could say all types of things in the arcade, and it's worth playing over and over and over again because they always say something different that you might not ever have heard them say from the show, or maybe from your first two playthroughs of the arcade. It's just worth the play value to see what these characters can say, and with these voice lines, it's just going to make the game much better. And these three characters can have their own exclusive items to get represented as well.